I think it was almost 6-7 months ago, around November, that we thought to respond to the theme of the Dutch Pavilion and actually to the theme of the Biennale, which is free space. And in particular the theme of Dutch Pavilion, which is work, body, leisure. The first step of the process was to write a text, and the text was quite a playful experience. It's a play in a way, in 7 acts, and in a kind of a dystopian way describes and reflects on the idea of the port in future and the idea of logistics as a system, as a rationale that encompasses all the aspects of our lives, and also question the relationship of the bodies and forms of labor in relationship to this over-embracing logic of the logistics. So the project name is The Port and the Fall of Icarus. Very strange name actually, but for us the kind of the metaphor or the mythological story of Icarus is always associated with the idea of failure. High expectations and failing to reach it because of the gap between your ability and the expectation. So for us that was an idea which was very much related to the idea of port as a kind of logistic center, I have to say. By referencing to specific thinkers like Walter Benjamin or artists like Paul Klee or also few poets. So it's a kind of very difficult text to follow, but for us was a kind of accumulation of ideas and concepts to start triggering a process. A technique that we employed was a kind of technique that is best known as cadavre esquisse or exquisite corpse, a technique that surrealists were playing with basically 100 years ago. They were exercising it with following up drawings of the other ones into an unknown shaping of an unknown creature or a drawing or an art piece.
The idea of the project developed along following the manuscript, which is developed into 7 acts. And actually the location of the installation, it's called Riva dei Sette Martiri. So it's the waterfront of the 7 martyrs. So it's a very special location in Venice dedicated to the 7 martyrs which were shot by the Nazis. So we have the 7 rooms. So following the 7 acts of the manuscript, the installation is built into 7 rooms. Each one of the rooms dedicated to one of the 7 martyrs.
Then as a third part of the project, we thought that perhaps we could come up with a series of, let's say, organized dialogues, conversations, to share these ideas, to generate more ideas, and also to encounter different mediums that we are working with. Starting off with that, we invited two artists, Miles Gertler and Bacchin Sarang Javanbakhsh. The artists that we knew some of their works before, and they worked with totally different and radically different, I have to say, techniques. Sarang works with hand drawings and pencil drawings, and Miles works with actually computer-generated images and renderings. But both of them, they are very much in line of developing something surreal. Surreal as a space, surreal in terms of proportion and scale. So for us, they were the best choices, they were the best collaborators to share the dialogue with.
It's important to mention as well such a so the complexity of this project with the amount of the different pieces within, let's say, 4 major blocks, being the sequence of models and posters reflecting on the manuscript inside the Dutch Pavilion, being the first part. The second part being the public installation in Riva dei Sette Martiri. The third part being the symposium, the 2 symposium combined with, let's say, the outcome of the research and educational program throughout the year, and the fourth and final part, the publication. It became, at the end, a rather, let's say, large project for us to manage and to make it actually possible.